March is known for the end of winter and the arrival of springtime, a season of warmth and renewal. For history buffs, it's also known for the date Julius Caesar met his last. But don't let time pass you by like a bunch of old Romans. Hello again, SA here. And I'm just here to remind you to get your copy of my book series, Glitch. It's available on Barnes & Noble and other fine bookstores, as well as Amazon. The links are down below in the description. And while you're out enjoying the spring weather, you can also indulge in my story of a kidnapped teen model and a reluctant jewel thief who are on the run from the law. Yeah, you don't have to guess. I still have other books coming down the pike. So as long as I don't run into any difficulties. You'll be seeing those books too, I'm sure. Now let's get back to the video. Hello again, SA here. What is the International Women's Day? Well, on the surface you presume that, oh, it's just a day to celebrate women. Is it? Well, that's only half true. According to the history books, Women's Day was originally a socialist thing. And you say, what? Yeah, no joke. Indeed, the very first Women's Day occurred in 1909. And, wait for it, you ready? It was organized by the Socialist Party of America. And then you say, why? Well, for a variety of reasons. According to the history books, it was inspired by a German delegation that wanted to propose a special Women's Day to be organized for communist purposes. And at first they tried to obfuscate the origin by claiming that it was to celebrate an incident that happened, if I remember correctly, a women's garment workers protest that happened in the 1850s. But it was basically just that. That's rubbish. It was all about celebrating communism. And the current date for it, March the 8th, yeah, that was set up by the International Socialist Women's Conference that happened off in Europe. And yet to this day, most people don't know that Women's Day is a communist thing. Now, of course, wait for it, the people back in Moscow, they know. Indeed, it's still a big thing in Russia, even though Russia has been communist for like 30 years. So there you go. But idiots here, yeah, they don't know it's a communist thing, a socialist thing. They don't. Why? Perhaps because they don't read? Yeah. But anyway, this video is not about Women's Day per se. It's about something that happened on Women's Day over at Google HQ. Now, if you probably weren't paying attention, Daily Mail mentioned it, as well as that big boy, Jennifer the Quartering, he mentioned it. But anyway, a bunch of raggedy ass leftists decided they were going to hijack Google's Women's Day celebration. So what did they do? when the various people at Google Central were basically making statements about women this and women that, a bunch of woke weirdos went to the rostrum and started screaming about, are you wait for it? Palestine. And you're thinking, really, dude? Yeah. Or Snoop would say, really, nigga? Yeah. And they basically caused a big ruckus. Now I'm going to show you a couple of clips from Journey from the Quartering, what he showed, okay? And these people just made a total ass of themselves. You ready? Here we go.
Cloud engineer just interrupted Google Israel managing director Barak Rajiv at Israeli Tech Industry Conference. I refuse to build technology that powers genocide, he yelled, referring to Google's Project Nimbus.
I'm a Google Cloud software engineer, and I refuse to build technology that powers genocide, or surveillance. Project Nimbus puts Palestinian community members in danger. I refuse to build technology that's going to be...
Why are they always so skinny and white? Why are they always...
Apartheid! No cloud for apartheid! No tech for apartheid! Free Palestine!
Hey.
Okay, you saw that, right? I mean, talk about sticking your foot in your mouth and out your ass. I mean, didn't anyone tell these people that when you're at a company, any company, you're there to work. You're not there to turn into some kind of a protest march, okay? But the problem with Google, as well as all these Silicon Valley companies, is that they have been way too indulgent to these people. Way too indulgent. Because anyone who remembers right after Trump became president in 2016, you had a whole bunch of people having a freak out. Indeed, I remember seeing the video where it showed a bunch of people at Google Central crying in their damn mocha lattes. I mean, it was a joke. It was hilarious. I mean, ever heard the phrase liberal tears? Yeah, that's where it came from. When these people actually filmed themselves crying because their precious Hillary lost the election. And then it got so bad that the big bosses at Google had a big sit-down meeting. They filmed the whole thing, where they were basically, it was almost like was a group therapy session. It was a joke. These people were worried about Trump being a dreaded Nazi and going to round up everybody. I mean, seriously, these people were worried that they was seeing the second coming of Third Reich. I mean, it was nuts. Just totally crazy town. And you figure after all these years, these damn people at Google Central learned their lessons. Don't encourage these people. Well, apparently, I think they're beginning to finally figure it out, that when you have a bunch of crazy leftists inside your organization, no good's going to come from it. No good. So what's going to happen now? Well, according to Journey from the Quartering, a lot of those people got fired on the spot. And I say good. It's about time that these damn people at Google Central, we're talking about the big bosses, the money men, the people who actually don't give a shit about leftists, anything, they just want to make money for the company. Yeah. They finally grew up here and said, you know what, we can't have this. We already had a screw up with the damn Gemini AI, and now we got to have a bunch of crazy wokesters, screaming, free Palestine right in the middle of this, our damn International Women's Day get-together, which I might add is performative. It's performative. I mean, you think these companies really give a shit about women? No. It's all performative. It's like BLM. Remember Black Lives Matter? Remember when people were going on stupid Instagram and stupid Snapchat and, oh my God, Twitter, aka now X, putting a little black square to show that they were up. No, they were down with the revolution. Remember that nonsense? Yeah. Because I bet you dimes of donuts. I bet you dimes of donuts. If these people who went crazy inside Google HQ, if you round them all up, stuck them on a chartered plane, flew their dumbasses to Cairo, Egypt, stuck them on a bus, and drove them to the damn Egyptian Gazan border and dumped them there and said, okay, knuckleheads, you want to say free Palestine? Fine, we're going to put you into Palestine and let you try to free these people and have a nice life. These people wet themselves. They wouldn't know what the fuck to do. And in all likelihood, those damn jihadis, Hamas, they'll probably kill them on the spot. So there you go. I mean, it's sad when you get right down to it. I mean, there are things in the world that are happening all the time. Hey, I agree. A lot of injustice happening in the world. Hey, I agree. But getting in the face of your bosses, thousands of miles away, who had actually nothing to do with it, isn't helping. I mean, could you imagine if this happened, like, say, at the local Rouse or Vons store? If you had a bunch of woke weirdos getting in the face of the damn store manager and saying, we want you to do something about freeing Palestine. I mean, seriously, what do you think that supermarket manager would do? You think he'll go outside the store with a protest sign and make a public statement, contact the corporate bosses at Rouse or at Vons and say, you need to do something about Palestine? Or will he tell these people, we get back to work, and these people refuse, they can him, kick him out, say, get out of here. And I guess these woke weirdos thought that they could somehow bend their bosses, into a pretzel and make them do what they want. And I'm thinking, these people just don't get it. The world doesn't circle around them. They are just part of the world, and they don't run anything. They're just along for the ride. But I guess that's what happens when these damn people, what's the cliche? Spoiled brat? Because, believe me, I've known a few spoiled brats in my day. I actually went to school with some of them. People whose parents never told them no. People who just escalated. They would do something, got away with it, do something else, got away with it, then they would do something even worse and up the escalation scale until eventually they turned into Jeffrey Dahmer or a damn John Wayne Gacy. Yeah, that's right. Sociopath. Crazy people. And I have to admit, this is a good thing that Google fired these people. So now maybe for once someone told them no. We're not going to kiss your ass in Macy's window and say, ooh, it's sweet. We're going to tell you to get your head out of your ass and get back to work, or otherwise you're not going to have a job here. And I guess they weren't expecting that. I tell you, it seems like modern day leftism walks hand in hand with the absolute contempt for social norms. I mean, there's no way to describe it. Well, hopefully these people learn the lesson. If you want to have a protest march, fine. Do it on your own time, not on company time. Well, that's all I'm going to say about a bunch of woke doofuses at Google losing their jobs. And believe me, from what I've read, some of these people get paid very well. Well, and that's my opinion.